your baby. And this is for Elena's dog. Yeah?
Yes.
Let's sing happy birthday first. 1, 2, 3, go! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Cindy Bird. Happy birthday,
Super and Sophia. Happy birthday to you.
Both of you, you're gonna blow it. Let your
follow the Lord and live.
Hi, I'm Phil,
And I'm Adelie,
and you're watching Our Daily Faith.
a place to dive deeper into your faith in search of more love, joy, and purpose.
We are a missionary family who right now is doing an outreach to the Philippines as part of our discipleship training school from YWAM, Youth with a Mission. And if you haven't checked out our previous videos, you can check them out right here. You can also subscribe to our channel and hit the little bell, and you'll get notified anytime we get a new video. You can also follow us on Instagram at Our Daily Faith, and you can send us messages. We love hearing from you.
Today we're going to talk about treasure hunting. What is it? It's not the kind of treasure hunting you might be thinking of. We're also going to cover youth ministry, and we will talk about one of our lows during our time here, during outreach. We had some not so nice visitors. Can you guess what they were or who they were? But to balance it out, we are so excited to also share one of our absolute highlights from our time here in the Philippines. So first, let's talk about youth ministry.
So every Friday night, the base here at YWAM Cebu invites the youth from the poor areas that they serve, the staff call these areas the slums, for a night of worship, of prayer, of fun and games, of messages, and all that kind of stuff.
I really loved connecting with the girls that came. I talked to one group and I asked the girls what they wanted to be when they grew up. One girl wanted to be a teacher, another a doctor, and another girl wanted to be Miss Universe. And it's, I don't know if they was kind of joking or laughing, they were giggling a lot, but the Miss Universe pageantry competitions are really big here in the Philippines. And just this past year, the Miss Philippines won Miss Universe. So it was a big celebration. It was a really big deal here. So it was really neat to get to talk to them and get to know them a little bit better.
What I like about it is that it typically is the same, we're seeing the same youth come back over and over and over again, so it's a chance to disciple them a little bit more and for them to really feel the heart of the missionaries who come. I noticed that these people are learning more of the songs, and when we see them in the poor areas, when we do our kids ministry, that they really come alive and they lead the smaller ones. So I just think that it's a nice opportunity to kind of see the rewards of the fruit of investing in the kids at different ages.
So the other ministry that we wanted to share a little bit about is called treasure hunting. So we talked a little bit about treasure hunting during our time in Kona. What we do is we get together as a group. We pray and ask God to show us pictures or give us words for people that maybe He wants us to pray to or minister during our time. And then we go out and we try to find those people. So the kids are really involved in this too. They pray and they get words and images as well. This past time I saw a man with an issue with one of his feet. And so we wrote that down. And then we went out to a neighboring area and we looked for these people. So you noticed in the video that we did end up finding a man who had an issue with his foot, and so Phil went up and prayed for him, which was neat. I'm always surprised at how open people are here to prayer and how appreciative people are. Like, so we've heard stories of other people of healings happening, and I've wanted to be a part of a healing, but I haven't yet. But something that really encouraged us to keep praying as God directs us to pray, because He doesn't always direct us to pray in that way, but just to really rely on the Holy Spirit. But if He does, to pray in faith for it, because some people there was somebody who is known for healing, and she said she prayed for 1,000 people, and it wasn't until the 1,001 person that a healing happened. So not to get discouraged, that they just felt God was saying, just keep praying. And whether it happens or not is in His hands. The results are always in His hands, not in our hands. And the most important thing, though, beyond like whether people are healed or not, is to love people. To just always be approaching the situation, how can I love this person or show love to them right now in the best possible way that we know how. And it's also really important to pray respectfully and in response to the Spirit, and not in response to our own agendas.
Yeah, and I would agree with that, and not out of our own fears either.
Okay, so switching gears, we had some visitors.
Actually, 1 billion tiny visitors.
Yeah.
So we were coming back from an amazing trip, which we will talk about later. It was a super early morning, and we got back late at night, and we had been gone all day, but we came back to...
Hey, buddy. You want to come up and say hi? There you
And
go.
I'm gonna say hi in the microphone.
You know what? It'll actually pick you up.
Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Check you later, check you later, check you later.
Thank.
So we came home, and our kids were tired, so we put them to sleep.
We had a really early morning.
Yeah.
So long day. We're all tired.
So we put them into bed. The
Lights
lights
are
were
still
off. Yeah.
Right? We don't want to turn them on, wake the kids up because they are already falling asleep in the car ride home.
And we start getting ready for bed.
So I started getting ready for bed. You left to go put something away, I think, and I turned on, using my phone, the flashlight on my phone, I turned that on to sort through some stuff that we had just placed on our bed. And when I flicked on my flashlight, our bed was covered in ants. And my face was just like, I don't know what to do. I can't believe I'm seeing this. What do I do? What are they doing here? Don't freak out. I need to think about what to do here. So I thought, okay, did we have some crumbs or something on the bed? Like, what happened with this? So I folded up the sheets, and Phil comes in and I said, can you go get a new set of sheets? I'm going to fold these up. Let's take these out. So we switch them out, and then so there's no sheets on the mattress right now. You leave to go do something. I'm cleaning up, trying to check things, and then I look back on the mattress, and they're all over the mattress now. And I take a closer look, and I see these white things that they're picking up, and I'm like, is that like food or rice? They're like, we are very careful with food in our room, so how did this happen? And anyway, so I pick one up, and it looks like it's like larvae. Like ant larvae. And so then I'm like, I think this problem is bigger than us. I think you need to go and get some help. They couldn't find any Raid or anything like that, and so we just tried making a homemade formula to help kill off the ants.
Tea tree oil and water
and soap. And so then we're spraying them, and then they're slowing down, but it's not. There's
still more.
There's still more, or it's not killing them, or we're not sure what's going on, but it's not working.
If we kill a bunch, and then we wait a couple minutes, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch more.
Like, what is going on? So our bed is it's a wooden bed frame, and then there's a layer of foam, and then there was the mattress on top of it. And he said, I think you're gonna need to take out the mattress. Like, this is not working. So he gets some guys, he gets some help. They set up some chairs outside to put the mattress on, to like beat it off and clean it off and everything.
So we get it all clear.
Right. He takes
no
it
more
outside.
ants.
Meanwhile, I'm in the room and I look and I stare at the foam that's underneath to see if the ants are in the foam. Yes, they are in the foam. I'm like, you're gonna have to take the foam out too. So he goes, and then I'm like, wait a minute, are they underneath the foam too? So I pick up the foam to look on the bed frame itself. It's an entire ant's nest, like everywhere. Piles and piles and piles of ants everywhere.
In the corners where the bedposts are, it's just like bajillion ants
so they
with larvae.
They
like
had made their home before we had come, so we were really intruding on their space, to be fair to them. So, so a bunch of people helped. They took the bed frame out. They sprayed it down. They eventually found something to kill the ants. They sprayed it all down, and we slept on our kids' beds
for a couple days.
Yeah.
So after we took care of the ant problem, then we found a mouse living in our room. And so it was scurrying around. We're like, okay, we think we got rid of it. I don't quite, like later on I saw evidence that it wasn't quite there. And then a couple of days later, I went into the shower, and what did I find in the shower?
That's a big spider. Phil doesn't really love spiders.
It's big.
No. You helped with the mouse problem, and you did awesome with the ant problem. I had to step it up with the spider problem. So I caught the spider and released it outside to the wild again.
After that, we're like, all right, we're switching rooms.
But I will say, I just want to say a huge thank you to Josh, our team leader. He was a huge help when it came to the ant problem.
The base staff were phenomenal.
Came
they
alongside
came in and they
were
really helped
helping us
clear everything out. Yeah.
So thank you, everyone. It was just an unfortunate incident. And the amazing thing was that the kids slept through the whole thing with like clearing out the mattress and the bed and the cleaning up and people coming in and out and all this kind of stuff.
And they slept through the whole thing.
They slept through the whole thing. They didn't wake up at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, I'm grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
So ants just happen in warm countries. It's
a fact of life.
It's a fact. There were ants in Hawaii as well that you need, there are ways to help kind of contain and control them and being careful with food, sweeping up. Ant traps are amazing. We haven't been able to find any ant traps here in the Philippines, but they use chalk to draw around everything to kind of help keep them out. It's not as good as ant traps, but it's something, and we've been using it, and so far it is helping for sure. So the whole reason we were gone the entire day is because we had organized an outing on our day off. We love adventures, as you know, and so we organized an adventure.
So it was so amazing. Our kids did so well.
Yeah.
Caleb was so brave. Elena was so brave. They just, like, Caleb could not wait. As soon as we said we're here, he wanted to jump right in the water. Adelie had to like grab him by the life jacket and be like, wait a second, wait for me to go in first.
And then once he got in the water, so I was paired up with Caleb, and I kept hearing him squealing through his snorkel. Like, he was so excited. He's like, there, I saw it, it's there. And then he kept taking the snorkel out to like talk to me, like, oh, I saw one over there, it's over there. And then then the water, of course, is kind of getting up in his mouth, and I'm like, that's amazing. Put the snorkel back in and let's keep looking. So he was super excited. He absolutely loved it. And you were paired up with Elena. So how did Elena do?
Elena was quite shy of jumping in, but she did go in for a little bit.
She did.
She did. She jumped in. She got to see the whale sharks.
Yeah.
And then, it was just amazing. We went with some amazing families, and they just, it was just so much fun. The whale sharks are so majestic and gentle, and
we went with our friends, the Grahams and the Godfinsons. It was a ton of fun to go with them.
So after the whale sharks, we drove to another place called Kawasan Falls.
Kawasan.
We drove to a place called Kawasan Falls, and it was so amazing. Now, the cool thing was that by this point, it had started to rain, and all of us were like, well, let's just go in our bathing suits. And to me, it reminded me of like Tomb Raider or something going up the path. It was just so much fun. And then we get up there, and there's just this amazing, majestic falls. And it was just beautiful.
It was beautiful. Rainforest, waterfalls, rivers, turquoise blue water.
Overall, it was really great to get outside the city. We love being here and doing the ministry work, but we felt like we got to see more of the Philippines. We got to see what people were like outside of the city.
Yeah, in more rural areas. Yeah. And also reconnecting and seeing some of the nature here was really amazing as well. Yeah. That's it for this week, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week and we're going to share more of our adventures here while on outreach for our family DTS.
And some of the ministry that we're doing here. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. And also, if you have any questions or comments or want to share some of your experiences in the Philippines, just go to Our Daily Faith on Instagram. You can send us a message. We would love to hear from you, or you can also comment in the comments down below.
Have a great week, everyone.